Hey guys, this is Coach Joe coming to you from inside the Holy Cronut, and today I'm bringing you the CWL Rising Week 3 matchup of the Holy Cronut versus Knights Templar. We won 83 to 82. We got off to a quick head start, and then slowly but surely they came back. We ended up with a 1-star victory. They would have had it on percentage. And in this war, both clans did pretty good at 9v9. We went 15 for 23. They went 14 for 26, so both over 50%. The breakdown was a rather large 4, 11, 15. So an extra 11, 2 extra Town Hall 10s, not as many 9s. They went 6 for 6 on dips, 0 for 2, 11v11. And we went 4 for 8 on hit ups. So, each clan had something that they did better at. The 1-star difference, I guess you could say, came from we got 2 10v10s, they got 1, and we walk away with a victory. And now I'd like to introduce my co-host for this recap. He's a former member of Bad Intentions. He now primarily runs accounts in Axeyousomethin, one of our Lost Meta sister clans, and he runs a Town Hall 11 in the Holy Cronut. So how you doing tonight, Joel?
Good. Very good. Thanks for having me, Joe.
Well, thanks for being on. And I'm looking forward to this bye week. Build some bases and get ready for week 4.
Yep, same. It should be a good break.
And so let's go right into the first hit we're going to show. And this is an account I can't pronounce. Kosayosi hitting number 28, and he's using a Queen Walk Lalo. And this is one of those bases that can get a little awkward for people who like to do like a shattered kill squad into the base because of the odd shaping. You can't get everything to go the direction you'd want them to go.
Nice little funneling minion there.
Yep, and when I run Town Hall 9, I am way too impatient for something like that. But it's certainly an easy way to funnel a queen if you can take out a defense just with a minion on the edge.
I like his patience with the healers, knowing that AD was going to just come right away and start sniping them.
Right, and you wouldn't want to start off by dropping them too far to the right because they'd end up floating into the range of the bottom one there eventually as she comes across.
Mm-hmm.
So, it really was the smart choice. And then you're just going to use the king to funnel her in. And this is one of those things that as someone who mainly runs Town Hall 11, using your king exclusively for a funnel, like it's just funny to me. Like I'd never do that at Town Hall 11.
Right. Like he's important. You can't just let him. We'd rarely sui a king.
Right. He tanked the queen and he took out 3 buildings. Like what? But that was exactly what he wanted. So now the queen's going to kind of come around this corner here, and he's already taken out the CC and air defense and the queen.
Yeah, he's looking really good.
And this is where this shape of base actually works out for the hit. I was saying it's a problem for like a shattered entry, but in this type of base, it just lets you kind of make multiple entries. As you can see now, he's got the second hound coming in from a completely different angle, and he's just going to haste the loons over to help.
Yep. His Queen Charge did a wonderful job of creating a nice little L there for his Lalo to get across the base real nice and fast.
Good right, and if you had more of a typical square shaped base, you're not going to be able to do that so well with the queen because once she enters, she's going to have a lot more point defense on her.
Yep.
With a base shaped like this, it's spaced out enough that she's going to move slow because she's going to keep shooting at walls, but you only need to get through one layer. Yeah, so great hit, and that was also fresh, I think, in the first 10 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, and the second attack we're going to show is another Town Hall 9. It's Indian Drake doing a Shattered Hogs attack. That means no bowlers. And, he takes kind of an awkward entry on this base, so let's watch. And this is the kind of thing that Joel and I were talking about earlier, and neither of us would do, certainly not fresh, and this was fresh. But he's going to kind of do a corner entry. And you see here he's starting it out with a few wizards to funnel the one side, and then drops his golems out and funnels the other side.
Yeah, but he gets a really nice wide spread on his wizards, so he is able to get down when he needs to get down.
Yeah, and it's got some anti-hog pathing. All this one spaces between the buildings, so they're all spread out a little bit more, so you can fit spring traps in between. But what that did is it made it so that the two golem spread he got would tank all the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So now he kind of gets his queen coming in from 10 o'clock with the wall break at 9, and she's going to go in because he funneled far enough over with the wizards on the bottom and the top.
He did a nice job with that poison too, angling it so that he knew the troops would angle back into the poison. It was nice.
Yep, and then look at that nice, again, L. Everyone loves the L shapes. Gets that nice L shape on the entry. He's going to pop his queen ability to keep her up at health. He wanted to make sure he took out those sweepers on the inside so that nothing would try to cut across the middle. Got both of them. Little battling through some external Teslas and a giant bomb. Again, it was fresh. And then
Really
he's just
patient
going
on
to
the
march
heel,
them
which is
through.
nice.
Yeah, and he's just going to march them right through. And look at all that clean. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I mean, again, it's fresh. He ended up using more wizards on the funnel than I think was initially planned, because he really did have to get a lot of buildings to make sure his kill squad was going to go in.
Yeah, so I mean, he just didn't have enough there to funnel to do cleanup, but he has enough hogs up, so that's not going to be a big issue at all.
It was real close, though. I think this was a 2-minute, 59.9-second attack.
Yeah, I
He
believe
got
it was.
a beautiful split from his hogs. He'll take that. Thank you very much. But yeah, good attack, especially fresh.
Yep. So the next attack we're going to watch is a bow witch attack from Jen here. So let's take a look at what she's going to do here. So obviously with bow witch, we're going to get some witches and some bowlers out on each side and the flanks. And then she is going with the 2 golem approach here. So both golems unfortunately did go into the same mortar, so she didn't quite get the widest of tanking that she wanted to, but it doesn't really matter here. They both nicely redirected for her.
Yeah, and golems in an attack with single target inferno seems weird, but she's starting as far away from them as she could.
Yeah, so I mean, it didn't really matter. I mean, they were really just there to tank that initial section, and this base was really set up nicely. And this was fresh, actually. This was a fresh hit, no scout, just coming in fresh on this one. So really nice work. Didn't know where any bombs were or anything like that, and she does a really good job just pushing through here. And her flanks stayed really healthy too, which you don't.
I mean,
No,
that was the reason why we targeted it for witches fresh without bothering with a scout. Was the flanks looked like they'd be pretty clean, and look how many witches she has.
Yeah. So this was wrecked, absolutely.
I don't do a lot of witch attacks in my recaps because there isn't always a lot to say about them, especially if somebody does it right.
Right.
If they do it right, there's almost nothing to say. But hey, it's fresh, and it was 2 of only 3 total 10v10 triples in the war. In a war where we won by 1 with a percentage disadvantage, so critical to the win.
And it was pretty late in the war too when she hit it, so it was really clutch.
Yeah.
And now for our final attack, we're gonna watch a beautiful Go Hobo from Glowtech here. So let's take a look at that. One of the things I really kind of like about this attack is that he kind of does this almost like old school TH9 style with, you see where he drops 2-finger drop on the golems, and then he drops the wizards on the sides. Just kind of how you do a Town Hall 9 style attack.
Right, I think we had one of those in this war.
Yeah, I think we did too. And then really nice placement on the bowlers. Did a beautiful earlier. He did beautiful test wall breaker. Was able to wall break in there nicely. And then, as usual with all things Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, the Infernos obviously are going to lock onto the king right away, which
both
is
of
super annoying. Yep. But he's going to end up getting a hero queen here, and the queen is actually going to get both Inferno towers, which is just fantastic.
I was watching his last goal mite on the left, where it's just stutter stepping all over the place.
Yeah.
Crazy. But that it just tremendous value from his kill squad. I'm not seeing a lot of shattered hog hits with bowlers as well at Town Hall 10, but when you can get that value out of it.
Right, it's totally worth it. And he nicely saved his last heal here because there is actually going to be a GB right outside this other archer tower. If he had not healed there, this probably would have been not a triple.
Right,
So.
and he did that rather than dropping the heal on those expo hogs, because the queen was right there. She got the expo. She was always going to get the expo.
Yep.
You didn't need to heal them, so just great patience on a hit. And obviously he was doing it with a scout, but I don't know that he really knew any more than one
I don't
giant
think he
bomb.
did. So very nice.
It's a pretty good job, and he's usually really good at guessing where they're going to be, and I think that's what he did there. He just figured out where they were going to be. And so that's this recap. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and best of luck for the rest of the season for Knights Templar. They were great to match with. They seem like a great group of people, and I think they're going to do well this season. Certainly if they keep 6 for 6 on dips, and I know people say it's easy, but it's not that easy, especially now that everyone expects you to do it fresh every time, and sometimes it just takes one little troll thing to mess you up. Any final thoughts, Joe?
No, just excited to be on, and thanks for having me on. It's been great. I've watched for a while now, so it's just good to be on. So thanks for having me.
Well, thanks a lot for joining me, and as usual, everybody, stick around for another one of my commercials. So thanks for watching. Thousands of people worldwide are affected by rage quitting. Rage Quitters Anonymous. You're not alone.